Hello, everybody. This is ALBER. Today, I want to talk to you about being tidy, cleaning up the junk on your devices. Specifically, we're talking about DIGITAKT. So, I know that this probably has happened to most of you. You go to a jam session with other people, and maybe some of them don't have like a same kind of set that you do. Some of them might be singers, instrumentalists, whatever, but you're right there to lay down a beat, look up your samples and stuff, and then this starts happening, right? This kind of thing. You open your samples, you start browsing through stuff. Okay, let me open this other folder, and all that. And by the time you've done this for, times eight on times, how many instruments you use in your kits, the magic is probably already gone, right? Inspiration, creativity is something that needs to be sought in the moment or as close as possible to the present moment, right? And I felt this problem myself. I would go to, jam sessions and whatnot. And by the time I dialed in at least, kick, drum, and hat, which for me are, as I did here, one, two, three, usually kick, drum, kick, snare, hat, and then maybe some percussion. And I usually use 8, 7 stuff over here to my right to play some samples, some melodic stuff, something that is not exactly the drums. But the drums, I will always do kick, snare, hat. But that's just me. I know that lots of people have different kinds of configurations, or I mean, you can also find. I don't really agree too much with the way Electron has named, labeled the various channels, but this could be something that maybe can help you. That's not important. But, anyways, whenever I will be done dialing in as many sounds as I needed, by that time it was already kind of too late and the idea grew stale and I had to figure something else out. Now, I was like, well, Digitect is such a powerful instrument. How can I put myself in that position where I can recall things fast and I have like a decent degree of flexibility in doing so? So I don't always recall the same thing. Where what I'm sure lots of you know is the sound browser over here, right? So just like function and you just like turn this and you open all these sounds, right? All the stuff over here. So whenever I would do this, and I would see the screen, this helps a lot for sure. But eventually I started accumulating too many sounds, you know what I mean? So um while doing that, if you have to browse through 70 sounds, some of them you may have even made last year, you may not remember all of them, you're still taking up time. And then as I was figuring this stuff out the other day, I wanted to manage sounds and understand how could I streamline it better, maybe delete a few sounds that I know I wouldn't be using anymore in the future. And so this happened, right? I started, I inadvertently pushed one of these buttons. I'm sure this is on the manual somewhere, okay? But this I never noticed before, right? These are like different banks over here that basically you could see when you browse through your sounds, you have like A, and then you have a number over here, right? So that means this is bank A, B, C, all the way to H, right? So if I push this, now it's B, C, and so on. So basically, let's leave this. Basically, yeah, I stumbled upon this extra kind of selection and I was like, oh, wait a minute. What I could do is I could set, all my kicks to be over here in this row, which is usually, where all my kicks are. All my snares can be all over here, right? There will be only kicks in here. You can read over here the label that I gave it, right? So basically, I'll be like, okay, I need something for I need something for my first channel, the first track, and I guess that, okay, well, I guess this will do. Now second track, I just have to go into here, and these are all the snares that I have saved, right? So it can be like, okay. And then for hats, I've done the same thing. Basically, bang C, and I have all my hats over here. And my percussion is on channel 4. So here, and I can... Right. So I've done this. Now, if you want to, there is like this very important menu in here that is not exactly put in the most obvious of places, right? And that is the sound manager. So if you hit function and this, so that you open the import export menu, you can see over here, import export manage sounds, and that's what you want. So open that. So in here, this is basically where you can arrange all of this, right? You can flip through all the different sub libraries of your sounds. And this is what I spent maybe 20 minutes on. Whenever I figured this stuff out, I started moving everything, labeling it accordingly. You can, it's not really, it doesn't take that much time for you to figure out like a streamlined way to move all your stuff. But once I spent 20 minutes just renaming some things that were lazily unnamed, always do name your things, especially if this is your main instrument. Pro tip, if you will be looking for a pattern or a sound that you've made a year ago, if you keep using this machine, you will be very grateful to Past You if you renamed it. And I learned this the hard way. But anyway, after doing this, it took me 20 minutes and I streamlined everything. And right now I have kind of a tidied up sound library. There's not a ton of stuff, but I know now that I will for sure be using it more. So this is another workaround to have something as close as possible to your kits, right? To a pre-selected, pre-chopped sound bank that you can use, right? There is a video that somebody else made on YouTube over here where basically you can do something where you copy paste a specific pattern and then you basically delete the pattern data and you just keep the sounds, and that's one way to do it. This is like a slightly different way to do it. Maybe it takes an extra second, but you can select the sounds that you like. So it actually can become like a fun but at the same time quick setup moment where you flip through your sounds, maybe play your sounds for the person next to you at the gym. Oh yeah, I like that one, and then so you start working with somebody you already can bond and start creating based on a consistent sound choice. Well, I hope this helps you. If you have any other way you use the sound bank, there's another way you like to use the DIGITAKT to have ready to go sound banks. Let me know in the comments. I hope you had a good time. Until next time, Albert out.